I be muted?
I'll meet you. Don't worry about that.
Oh,
I got control of that stuff. Okay, we're recording live level sounds. Hi everybody, welcome to week 1 officially for the standard track class. We are working on the tune "Losing My Religion" by REM. Show of hands. We've heard this song. Oh no, Marie. We're good. You have. Okay, you just
of
didn't
course
raise.
I have.
You
Who
just
hasn't
didn't.
heard the song?
Well, I would say some people, lots of people in the world have never heard this song. But you know, it's one of those things. It's a great tune. It's like one I grew up with, and I'm really stoked to be teaching it. It's gonna be fun. Okay, cool. Let's go over left hand first. I just want to double check I have everything. Zoom. And everybody's muted. All right, cool. Let's start with chords. Let's go to an A minor chord. This is going to be 2 0 0 0. Now, if you're not used to that kind of language, what I mean when I say 2 0 0 0 is I'm basically saying the strings from the top, closest to your face, down to the floor. So when I say 2, for the first number, that means second fret on the highest string. Make sense? 2. And then the next are 0 0 and 0. Those are all open. Everybody hold that A minor. All right, now we're going to jump to our next chord in the verse. Now, this combination of chords is really difficult for a number of reasons, but let's just see if we can kind of jump into it. It's called an E minor chord. 0 4 3 and 2. 0 4 3 and 2. I like to think of this chord as like a little bit of a stair step. Just kind of moving down the stairs as we go up and down the frets. The key to this chord is that your pointer finger is resting here on the second fret, and then you just go up one string over one fret, up one string over one fret, like a little stair step. Cool? Now, there is a suggestion I would probably make. Most people are used to playing their A minor with their middle finger. 2 0 0 0. The verse is mostly moving back and forth between those chords. So one way you can kind of shortcut this is to go from A minor with the pointer finger on the second fret, and then you can just drop the hand straight down into the chords. Cool? Let's try some transitions. Let's go whole notes. My original sound is on. Everybody can kind of hear my uke. Yes? Okay, cool. Let's try it. Whole notes. 1, 2, ready, A minor. 2, ready, E minor. Here we go. 2, and ready, back to A minor. Here we go. 2, ready, switch. Beautiful. 2, 3, last time. And E minor, and we'll hold here. Beautiful. We've got to learn a couple more chords. Okay, guys? What we need to do is go to the A minor chord. Now we'll take our pointer finger and put it on the first fret on the E string. This is an F. 2 0. Try to hold that A minor with your middle finger. Yep, and then pointer finger E string first fret. So 0, the next string is open, then the following string, E string, is first fret. Yeah, you're holding an A, so your pointer finger's on the C string. Drop it down one fret, or one string, and then you've got it. Yeah? Go back to your A minor, 2. And then pointer finger first fret on the E string. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. That's the chord we're looking for. Oh, almost. Yeah, that's it. Just play the chords. It should sound like mine. If it does, awesome. Beautiful. Cool. All right, we're going to add one thing to this. So that's one way you can think of the F chord, is an A minor with an extension. Like basically just adding the pointer finger to the A minor chord you already know. Nice. All right, let's try adding that chord shape to our rotation. We'll go A minor to F, whole notes first. 2, 3, 4. A minor, 2, and ready, add the pointer finger. Here we go. 2, and ready, A minor. Here we go. Beautiful. And pointer finger, 2, and ready, A minor. 2, and ready, pointer finger down. Last time, here we go. Okay. And then after this F, let's go pointer finger, A minor. And then let's go to E minor. 2, and ready, and 2, and ready, switch. Beautiful. 2 more times, A minor. 2, and ready, shift. Beautiful. Last time, here we go, A minor, and then E minor. All right, let's go A minor, middle finger now. Let's go pointer finger and add the F. Yeah. Nice. And then pointer finger E string, first fret. Beautiful. And last time, here we go. finger. Let's finish here. Beautiful. All right, we'll take a look at some other things. The big key, and you notice how I'm introducing all of these chord shapes, is out of the context of the song. If I showed you the rhythm and then showed you these chords and then say play them all together, it's a lot to internalize. So anytime you have new chord shapes, things that you're really paying attention to, I really like moving through them in this way. You just move through them in whole notes. You really pay attention to the transformation your hands are making. Rather than trying to recall the picture of the chord in your mind, think, what does my hand do to switch from this chord to this chord? Yeah, you're like trying to connect these two little dance steps together. Cool? So let's look at this together. Now what we've got is what's called our chord progressions. Everybody know what that term means? Chord progression refers to a group of chords like a sentence, right? So this is kind of the sentence you say for the verse. Now these little symbols, if you've never seen them before, those are called repeat symbols. And what they mean is you play this once, those 4 chords, and then you play it again, those 4 chords. Does that make sense? Cool. As soon as you've played it once, and then you've played it twice, then what you do is you move on. You go to the next thing. Cool? So the chord progression, the whole chord progression for the verse is A minor, A minor, E minor, E minor, A minor, A minor, E minor, E minor, D minor, D minor, G, and G. And that's the whole chord progression. Does that make sense? Okay, cool. So remember, anytime you see these symbols, what you want to do is say, I'm going to repeat. All right, so just a little bit more clarification on, I realize this is supposed to be red. Just a little bit more clarification. What this is called a first ending, and this is called a second ending, okay? So what it means is the first time you play F, F, A minor, A minor. The second time you play it, you play F, F, A minor, and then bounce out to the second ending. Cool? I usually try to highlight changes like this in red. So just so you know, you can see them. You can print these out too. They're kind of available on the website like I was showing everybody. Does that make sense to everybody? I'll play through the chorus one time, right? What is the chorus? Thought that I heard you laughing. It sounds like this. Thought that I heard you laughing. F. I thought that I heard you sing. First ending. And now I'm going to repeat. F. Think I thought I saw. One measure A minor, and then you jump to the outside for G. Does that make sense? Pretty straightforward, Monique. I know Marit has seen this before, so this is more for you, but I just want to make sure everything's clarified. Yeah? Cool? Awesome. All right, let's scroll down to our handouts here. This is the beginner handout. This is not the kind of song sheet roadmap. This is very specific to the beginner arrangement. This is our rhythm on top, a little bit of text there to help you out, and then these are all the chord shapes that we need to know. You've got an A minor here, you've got an E minor, and those are the main. You got an A minor here and an E minor, and those are the main chords within your verse. And then we have a D minor, a G, and an F. This F chord is the one that we worked on, and I want you to see how, if I put a dot here, that's an F chord, right? So I always like to think whenever I can, I try to relate to a chord I know, which is A minor, and then I just add that pointer finger to make the F. Make sense? Okay, so let's go back to A minor, back to and F. Let's go ahead and play an A minor chord. Let's play it with our middle finger so we can add our pointer finger for the F. And now what I want to do is introduce this third chord here, which is a D minor. Now, really, we can think of this D minor chord as just taking an F and adding a ring finger underneath it. Yeah? There's our D minor chord. All right, so let's go through that cycle. Let's play an A minor first. Let's play an F. And then let's play D minor. Nice. Let's try again. A minor, F, D minor. Last time, A minor, F, D minor. Nicely done. Cool. Just a nice way to kind of stack those chord shapes on top of each other. A minor becomes F when you add the pointer finger, becomes D minor when you add the ring finger. Cool? All right, our last chord is a G chord, 0, 2, 3, and 2. This is a little bit of a triangle shape, one of the more challenging chords for when you're first starting out your journey with ukulele. But remember, if you're holding this chord shape the correct way, shouldn't feel too crowded, shouldn't feel too crazy. Okay? So now let's see if we can go. Let's see, how do you cycle? It's D minor to G. That's what you do. So let's look at the transfer, because this happens at the end of the chorus. Let's hold a D minor, 2, 2, 2, 1, 0. 2, 2, 1, 0. Everybody got that chord? So now, what you want to think about is, how does my hands move when I'm transferring? I really like to move in terms of like pivot points. I like to try to find one point on the chord I'm moving to. And for me, the middle finger's already on the second fret. It's just got to drop straight down the fretboard to the A string, and then I can kind of build that chord shape out of it. Yeah? So if you can find one point on the chord, because there's 3 points on this chord, if you can find one point, then it can help with transition. It can help with what I was talking about, trying to visualize transformation, and most importantly, be able to feel transformation. How does my hand move between these 2 chord shapes? So let's try it. Whole notes moving between D minor and G. 1, 2, 3, D minor. 2, ready, and G. Beautiful. And D minor. Nicely done. And G. Yeah. Pay attention to what's the same, what's different, and how do I move to each of these chord shapes in the most efficient way. 2, ready, G. Yeah, let's go 2 more rotations just like that. Here we go. D minor. Yeah. And then let's finish on G. Nicely done, team. Okay, so this page is going to be your friend when you're trying to discover like how these chord shapes look. But really we want to, as soon as we can, we want to go from this, I don't know what kind of idea this is. This is more like a representation idea, right? This is for going from this representation idea into more of a contextual kind of conceptualization. So we want to go from seeing these chord shapes and actually getting our fingers to do it to more moving like this. Now what we want to do is actually connect these chord shapes and feel how they move between each other. Cool? So let's try these chord shapes now, or this, let's try this, what am I trying to say? This, sorry, I dropped to the end of my stylus and I don't want to lose it. Let's take these progressions and move through them in whole notes, okay? And we'll start to kind of hear this melody. I'll sing a little bit of it, all right? Let's go whole notes, just moving through, and remember, bounce on your repeat symbols and then your first and second ending in the chorus, okay? 1, 2, 1, 2, A minor, here we go. 2, 3, A minor, 2, E minor, 2, 3, 4, E minor, and now we repeat. A minor, 2, 3, again. E minor, 2, 3, and now we get to the hard chords. D minor, like an F, but add the ring finger. Nice. Twice. And then G. Nice. And let's finish on A minor for now. Awesome. Oh, life is bigger. It's bigger than you. Cool? Let's give it a try. If you want to sing along, you can. 1, 2, 1, 2. Oh, A minor, life, 2, 3. It's bigger. 2, 3, E minor. It's bigger than you, and you, A minor, are not me. 2, 3, 4. Thanks that I will, E minor, go through the distance in your eye. 3, 4. Beautiful. E minor. Oh no, I've said to D minor. Much. 2, 3, 4. I said it. G. Oh, 2, 3, 4. And let's finish on A minor. Did I write this wrong? Do you repeat 3 times? Let me just check.
I think you forgot on the end there. Yeah, 3 times, and then the ending is DM, DM, GG instead of EM, EM, right?
No, it actually is. I think what I wrote wrong. I believe. Let me test my theory here. I believe this is supposed to look like this. And it just goes to D minor. G and G after the E minor. Let me try. Oh, life, it's bigger. E minor. Bigger than you, and you are not me. Lengths that I will go to. Distance in your eyes. Yeah, I was right. It's 3. Oh no, I've said too much. And then to D minor. So that's what I was missing. When you see these repeat symbols, you sort of you assume that they mean that you double it. But in this case, I left out a little thing here, which says ×3, which means that you actually make that repeat 3 times. Cool? Sorry about that little typo. That's what happens a lot in the first week, is that I realize that a few of my things I wrote wrong. So I'll adjust these, I'll make them right, and then I'll also post them on the Slack feed edits that I do. Cool? So that's times 3. It's not just times 2. Make sense? Cool? Did you hear it that time, Marie? Yeah? A minor, E minor, E minor, times 3, and then D minor,
Yeah.
D minor,
Sorry,
G,
Monique.
G.
I hope I didn't confuse you.
No, it's all good. Don't stress. Okay, that makes sense. Apologize again about the typo there, folks. I'll get that edited. All right, let's try the chorus. Let's give that a try. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, and laughing. 2, 3, 4. I thought that I heard A minor. Sing 2, 3, 4, A minor. And again, I thought I saw A minor. You'd cry to G. Beautiful. Every whisper. Does that make sense? All right, so here's the idea. This is 1/2 of the foundation whole, okay? Learning how to coordinate your left hand shapes. First of all, learning any new shapes, the ones that are unfamiliar to you. That's always your job number 1. But starting to string them together in this connected way, trying to think about transformation, how one chord moves to the other, and most importantly, how does it feel to move between them? And then how does that sound in my ear? Like, I always want to let my ear kind of guide me and let me know where I am in the tune, what my next transition is going to be. So that's 1/2. And now what we're going to do is we're going to go to the second half. And these are really your 2 jobs in week 1. Lock these 2 things in: chord progression and rhythm or strum pattern. That's usually what we refer to when we're discussing ukulele, right? So that's really rhythm translated onto ukulele is usually strumming. Okay, so what I'm going to do first is I'm going to like give you a visual representation. I'm just going to clap this rhythm one time. Let's give it a try. 1, 2, ready, and 1, 2, and 4, and. Now you guys clap with me. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and 4, and. Ready? Here we go. 1, 2, and 4, and. 1, 2, ready, last time. 1, 2, and 4, and. Make sense? So that's the rhythm. Let's see if we can clap it twice in a cycle, and then we'll take it to the ukulele. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, and 4, and 1, 2, and 4, and 1. Nicely done. Okay, so on the ukulele, let's just see how it goes. Let's see how it does if we just throw it out. Let's see if we can strum it one time. 1, 2, ready. I'm not going to say anything. Da, 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 da. Last time, here we go, and finish on 1. All right, first thing I want to do is I want to work on something that might feel a little awkward for people right in the beginning, okay? I want to do an upstrum, and then I want to do another upstrum after it, okay? I just want that feeling of 2 upstrums in a row to feel good, to feel fine. Now, do you notice how in between each of those upstrums, my hand is coming down across the strings, but I'm just not engaging, right? I'm playing this string, I'm moving down across the strings, and then I'm playing again. Cool? All rhythm consists of this consistent movement, and then you touch the strings to engage, okay? So let's try this now. Let's go down, up, and then let's play up after. Cool? Can we try that? 2, ready, go. Down, up, and then up. Cool? Let's try again. 2, ready, go. Down, up, up. Last time, here we go. Down, up, up. All right, now what we want to do is do a down strum that's a quarter note right before that to get kind of the first part of this rhythm. So it sounds like this. Down, down, up, up. Let's see if we can try it. 2, ready, go. Down, down, up, and then up. 1, 2, ready, last time. Down, down, up, up. 1, 2, ready, here we go. Down, down, up, up. Last time, and we finish on 1. Beautiful. All right, to finish out the rhythm, all we're going to do is connect a down and up after that. It sounds like this. Down, down, up, up, down, up, down, down, up, up, down, up, down, down, up, up, down, down, up, down, up. Let's go 2 more times. Nice. And as soon as you can, try to think less about directionality and think more about how does this feel for my hand to move and what does it sound like when I'm playing it correctly. Nice, it's looking smooth. All right, let's try some chords. 1, 2, and let's go A minor. Here we go. F, pointer finger down. Let's go D minor. Yeah, add that ring finger. Ba, ba, da, da. Let's go G. Oh, that's a tough one, right? And finish on 1. Nicely done. Okay, cool. So I know the rhythms, especially when you're first starting to learn them, they have this very kind of stuttered quality to them. A lot of times when you're making harder transitions, like moving from a 3-finger chord to a 3-finger chord, like D minor to G, then you're going to have this little stutter. What you really want to think to yourself is try and loop that rhythm on its own with no distraction. Like a lot of times what left hand feels like is like a distraction. What you really want to do is like in your own brain kind of think like you pick up your uke. You're just working on trying to make that right hand automatic, because in this tune, that's more than 95% of this song of what the right hand is doing. That's almost everything the right hand is doing, is just that one thing. So it really, really is important to get that into muscle memory as soon as possible. Okay, let's try a little bit of that tricky transition in the verse. We'll go A minor to E minor, just review what that change looks like and feels like. A minor to E minor, A minor to E minor. And remember, my suggestion is to play A minor with your pointer finger. If it doesn't feel right, it doesn't feel natural, if it doesn't help in any way, then don't worry about it. But it is a suggestion, because then the pointer finger can just drop to the 2nd fret A string. 1, 2, let's remind ourselves of the rhythm. 2, ready, sounds like this. Down, down, up, up, down, up. Nice. All right, last rotation, then we'll add the A minor chord, 2 measures. Here we go. Oh, life, it's bigger. E minor, try and find your way to that chord. It's bigger than you and you. A minor, not me. The lengths that E minor will go to. The distance in, and we gotta repeat again because John made a typo. E minor. Oh no, I've said, can we go to D minor and keep our rhythm going? Much. Nice. Good job, Monique. Said G, enough. Yeah, let's go A minor again. And let's finish here on 1. Cool. Let's chill a little bit. Maybe take a break. Unmute. Does anybody have any questions, comments, concerns thus far?
When you strum on the strum, are you? I'm just hitting it with this one finger really closely, but are you multiple?
No, I'm not doing multiple strings. It might look like it because I have more of an open hand kind of strumming position, but no, the pointer finger is really, I think of it like this, is that when you think about strumming, what you want to build is like a bass line. This is how I strum. I'm trying to hit that sort of like sweet spot in the middle, not too loud, not too soft, kind of in the middle of the ukulele's range. And what I do is I use my pointer finger, nail on the way down, pad of the finger on the way up. Cool? And I want it to be nice and loose and relaxed. A good strum really has kind of 3 motions in it. It has 1, which is this, up and down. Try not to make this too exaggerated. A lot of times people strum like this. They get this big, heavy kind of elbow joint, and they're just slamming away at their ukulele. It's just a kind of like nice little elevator, just like a little piston pumping up and down. The other motion is this. See how the pointer finger, you just make like a relaxed L shape? And then what you want to do is just let the weight of your hand, see how I'm pointing, and it takes a little bit of muscle tone to be able to do that? If I just relax, then what happens is my hand drops. Well, as soon as you build this little roundness to your hand, then you're in the ideal situation to strum. Okay? So now what you want to do is just take that hand, turn it up, and then work on this motion, which is a little bit of a wrist twist, almost like you're turning a doorknob. So that's what a good strum is. It's 2 motions. It's up and down with the arm, and then it's a little twist, and then the pointer finger just kind of goes along for the ride. It's like passive aggressive kind of, you know? It's like not stiff, and it's not so relaxed that like after it hits the strings, it stays that way. You know what I mean? It's got a little spring to it, but not too much. Just think light across the strings. One thing I would work on, Monique, and you do not have to do it in the context of this class, but one thing when maybe you're picking up and just practicing the right hand and just doing the strum is that you're strumming a little bit far back. So a lot of people think they need to strum over the sound hole. And really the sweet spot on a ukulele is always where the neck meets the body. A little bit behind, a little bit in front. But I always do this. I just go here, I drop my hand, that's where I strum. As soon as you go, you want to think more in the middle center of your body. And a lot of times people will choke back like this so they can strum over the sound hole. And then check out what it does to my little pump motion. See how now it's like kind of stuck just in my wrist. When before, here, I got a little bit more of that. Does that make sense? Cool? So yeah, always strum towards where the neck meets the body. And honestly, it's usually where your arm just drops. That's usually kind of the best place to do it. That make sense? Some things to think about. We'll be talking about technique kind of throughout the class. Okay, so that's about it in terms of content today. Sorry we had a little bit of technical stuff at the beginning, but does anybody have any questions, comments, concerns before we get out of here? No? All right, let's all unmute for a second. Monique, feel free, kind of explore the dashboard, click on all the buttons, see where they all go. And just so you know, for this class specifically, what we have is 3 arrangements: beginner, intermediate, and advanced. For each of those arrangements, we've got a sound slice file, which is like a digital arrangement. And you'll see it kind of morph after this weekend. When I record the videos, it'll sort of have a video that goes along with it. And now those two things kind of talk to each other. And so when you slow the tempo down, the video slows down. When you click on a measure, the video goes to where that measure is. It's a really, really powerful tool, really great tool. So make sure that you're using it. And then, of course, you get handouts for each of those. The song sheet is kind of where all the lyrics live and everything. That's like the map. That's the overall map. That's about it. That's about it. In that module is where you're going to find everything that you need for the class content. So in the page that says standard track, February 24 or whatever, just click on the thing that says content to get you to that module, and you'll be able to get everything that you need. Do we have any questions, comments, concerns before we get out of here?
Nope.
Marit? Nope.
Okay. No, I'm just going to miss next week because, yeah, so I'm not abandoning you. Oh.
You're going to miss the week that you can usually make before I change the schedule? It's all good.
I have to go to a ceasefire protest. It's a thing.
Do it.
So,
do it. Like,
okay.
Do that. That's important. That's important, man.
I'm going to try and catch up.
Yeah, catch up, watch the videos. Again, this is for Monique and Marie both. Like, the recorded videos, they're a great resource, especially if you feel like you have to miss a week, or if like the class just moved a little too quickly and you forgot kind of what I said in the middle there. You can always go back, loop sections, like use it like a video. You know, you can always rewind stuff, skip over stuff.
Welcome, Monique. Good to have you in class.
Yeah, very nice to
Nice
see
to
you.
meet you.
Monique, so great to see you. And yeah, thanks for attending the first beginner intermediate class in quite a while. I'm really, really excited to be dropping into this. If you want to join the next class, just sign out of this and then click the link. But otherwise, we'll see everybody later.
See you next week.
Take care, guys. Have a good one. Bye.
Bye.